Good evening and welcome to Brtv News. I am Bukar Laminu with the news. The Commissioner of Home Affairs, Information and Culture, Alhaji Babakura Abajato, has re-echoed the call on people to accept members of the repentant armed groups in the interest of peace and progress. Alhaji Babakura Abajato made the call while speaking at a policy dialogue on mechanism for enhancing community acceptance of returnees. Correspondent Abarama reports that the event, which was organized by the Peace Ambassador Center for Humanitarian Aid and Empowerment, took place at Dujima International Hotel along Sheikh Laminu Way, Maiduguri. The report.
Speaking on community acceptance of returnees, progress, challenges, and the way forward, Alhaji Babakura Bajato said, whenever a problem is identified, the solution cannot be far-fetched, urging the people of Borno to forgive and accept those that have surrendered.
It is two things. You either choose to accept or you allow him to go back to the bush and continue harassing. We are not forcing anybody to accept them. But the main thing is that in any conflict, there must be in any conflict, there must be a way out.
He said Borno, being the epicenter of the insurgency, has been adversely affected, stressing that since the government of Professor Ogan Omar Zulum has succeeded in returning displaced communities to their ancestral homes and the insurgents are surrendering, the people should forgive and accept them in the interest of peace. In the remark, the Sheikh of Borno, Alhaji Abubakar Ibn Umar Garbe Al-Amin Al-Kanemi, represented by the district head of Mesandari, Alhaji Abba Bukar, said the traditional institution has done a lot in peace building and will not relent in that direction, and also lauded Patch for the initiative. Also speaking, Major General Bamidele Shafa expressed gratitude to Allah for the opportunity to come up with the safe corridor, which he observed is yielding positive results, while appreciating government and people of Borno for their support and understanding. He implored the people to forgive and give chance for peace to reign, pointing out that if the society will not forgive the wrong done, the society will be difficult to forge ahead. On his part, advisor to the governor on security, Brigadier General Ishak, retired, applauded Patch for initiating the program and described the issues discussed as timely, which he said will go a long way in accepting repentant armed fighters. Earlier in a welcome address, the President, Peace Ambassadors Center for Humanitarian Aid and Empowerment, Ambassador Ahmed Shehu, said the event was organized to discuss on how to accept repentant armed fighters into the society, stressing that their role is to complement government's effort on peace-building process.
The essence of this session is we're going to discuss this, and as based on the project, we're going to come up with a recommendation. And whatever recommendation that emanates from this, experts will sit down and then we turn it into a policy brief. That policy brief is what we will do to be advocating to relevant stakeholders on how we can be able to make it happen.
He thanked British Council and European Union for funding the project and commended the state government for ensuring the restoration of peace and civil authorities at the liberated community. The representative of British Councils managing conflict in Nigeria, Mr. Richard LeBlanc, while commending Patch for participating in the peace building, reassured support of the organization to achieve the desired objective. In their goodwill messages, the State Director, National Orientation Agency, Shetima Jafar Imam, representative of the Theater Commander, Operation Hadin Kai, the Navy Captain Amahiri, Commissioner of Police represented by DCP Bello, Ministry for RRR represented by Bitrus Michelia, and Yusuf Tom of Network for Civil Society Organizations, among others, all lauded Patch for organizing the dialogue and assured their support at all times. Abaramat, Brtv News.
Security agencies in Borno State are fully prepared towards ensuring peaceful 2023 general elections. Theater Commander joined Task Force Northeast Operation Hadinkai Major General Christopher Musa Gwavin made this assertion while speaking in an interview with our correspondent Hadiza Abani after featuring on a live program at Brtv. Details will come your way in our subsequent bulletin. The state chairman APC Ali Bakar Daluri has called on party supporters to ensure victory of Tinubu Kashim Shettima and called APC and all APC candidates. Ali Bakar Daluri stated this today while inaugurating Special Purpose Committee of APC Northeast Zone Borno State Chapter at the party secretariat in Maiduguri. Abakaka Abamasta completes the report.
Ali Bukar Dalori charged them to ensure victory of all APC candidates in the state, saying with the caliber of people involved in the committee, he has no doubt the party will emerge victorious come 2023 general election with wide gap. The APC chairman used the forum to call on party supporters who did not collect their PBC to do so, stressing that it is the only weapon for ensuring victory at the polls, pointing out that Kashim Shettima as vice presidential candidate and Governor Babagana Umar Zulum for continuity, the task ahead of them is enormous, and congratulated the appointees while announcing 1 million naira donation to the special committee. Earlier, the notice coordinator of the committee, Alhaji Maina Shettima, said the committee was formed to ensure victory of Tinubu, Kashim Shettima, and all APC candidates in the zone, saying that the committee has members across 6 states of the zone. Also speaking, the state coordinator, Alhaji Kolo Kuwait, appreciated the zonal office for finding them worthy of the appointment and are sure to discharge their duty diligently. In a vote of thanks, women leader of the committee, Hajja Bintu Umar Taylor, thanked the state party chairman and assured success of the party come 2023. High point of the event was the swearing-in of the state escorts by APC legal advisor Barrister Babashew Zanna and presided over by the party chairman Ali Bukar Dalori. Abba Kaka Abba Master, Brtv News.
National Youth Service Corps NYSC Borno State has presented award to 7 camp officials in an appreciation of their effort during the 2022 BATC Stream 1 orientation course. The Borno State Coordinator, National Youth Service Corps, Noura Umar, stated this during the closure of the 3 weeks orientation exercise on Tuesday in Katsina State. Details of the report are presented from our studio.
The Borno State NYSC Coordinator, Noura Umar, has lauded the commitment of the camp officials for their relentless effort in ensuring the successful implementation of the camp exercise, hence the award to motivate them. He enjoined the corps members to remain security conscious and vigilant anywhere they found themselves, charging them not to move around in the late hour. Noura Umar advised corps members deployed to Borno State to be good ambassadors of the scheme and the community, stressing that prompt measures should be taken to enhance the community development service, CDA. He also called on them to make proper use of the social media and desist from disseminating fake news. Solomon Josiah, Brtv News.
Chairman Gala Local Government Council Mala Alhaji Tijani Ngala has appreciated the State Governor Babagana Umar Zulum for the numerous support rendered to people of the area. The chairman stated this while speaking on the recent visit of Governor Zulum to Gamborungala, where he distributed cash and other support to people of the area, in addition to reopening of cattle market for international business. Details of the report are presented from our studio.
Mala Alhaji Tijani Ngala said people of the area are ever ready to actualize the return of Governor Babagana Umar Zulum as the state chief executive in the 2023 general elections. The APC-led administration in the state, he observed, has executed numerous developmental projects, particularly in the areas of health, roads, housing, education, water supply, and provision of food items to IDPs, among others. Mala Tijani Ngala said during the recent visit of the governor to the area, he distributed food items, clothing materials for men and women, in addition to over 7,000 households in the area. On their part, the chairman of Borno Coalition Forum of the Cattle Dealers, Alhaji Yakubu Algoni, Alhaji Hassan Adamu, and Alhaji Usman Mustafa all appreciated Governor Zulum for reopening the Gamborungala cattle market, which will go a long way in reviving business activities of the state that was paralyzed due to insurgency. They are assured to cooperate with security operatives and other law enforcement agencies while ensuring the victory of the governor in the next year's election. Others who commended the governor for his effort towards transforming the state include the state chairman Adalchi Multipurpose Society Maikano Mohammed and that of cement dealers Alhaji Kalla Ali, among others, commended the governor for boosting the revenue base of the state. They, however, said transportation along Maiduguri-Gamborungala Road has some challenges which need to be addressed to ensure smooth transportation of food items, particularly wheat and maize used by Maiduguri flour mills. Abdullah Khairallah, Brtv News.
The zonal meeting of Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria, Bond Zone B, held in Gombe, has issued 6-point communique. The meeting was attended by general managers of the zone, with media practitioners expressed concern over lack of adequate remittance of the World Cup coverage to the account of television and radio stations in the zone. They emphasized that in spite of efficient coverage during last World Cup competition, members of the board urged to prepare against the ongoing World Cup for potentials and resources. Members were also called upon to pay attention to foreign trips opportunity through the board, as it is an annual event which will help exposing them to modern technologies. The meeting also stressed the need for television stations to find way of preserving and converting pneumatic tapes contents for the usage of present and future generations. It also acknowledged the efforts of MultiChoice under the leadership of Chief John Ogbe for facilitating training program to media in the country. The members also called upon to encourage their staff that filled membership registration of Nigeria Society of Broadcasters to pay for the forthcoming induction program in Abuja, and advocated the Northeast Governors Forum to provide latest broadcast equipment and training. At the end of the meeting, a new chairman for the zone has been elected. He is Yusuf Isa, General Manager, Yobe Television, Damaturu. The General Manager, Borno Radio Television Corporation, Adamu Isa Abadam, has advocated the need for massive awareness of youth to wisely exercise their franchise in the 2023 general elections. Adamu Isa Abadam made the call while receiving members of ardent women and youth for good governance, support for Tinubu and Kashim Shettima, led by the coordinator, on an advocacy visit to his office. Correspondent Abdul Salam Mohammed reports.
Ardent Women and Youth for Good Governance was a group founded by Fatima Kutai to promote political cause of Tinubu, Kashim Shettima, and Governor Babagana Umar Zulum, among other APC candidates. Since formation of the organization, the founder and officials have been making relentless effort to actualize their mandate, which is the victory of these candidates. In furtherance of this pursuit, Fatima Kutai led other officials on advocacy visit to the General Manager of Borno Radio Television Corporation, Maiduguri. The BRTV General Manager, who extensively interacted with the officials, advised them to ensure massive sensitization of youth, who constitute 95% of the 10 million latest registered voters by the Independent National Electoral Commission.
After 10 million collected newly registered voters card, 95% are youth.
He also advised them to pay advocacy visit to traditional institutions and seek their support, saying the task ahead is not easy, but with massive mobilization, victory will be assured. Alhaji Adamu Isa Abadam also advocated for the support to APC projects of the vice presidential candidate and urged them to combat support of the religious organizations from all sects and denominations. Adamu Isa Abadam therefore assured support of free airtime for news, programs, and jingles on activities of the organization, especially its sensitization exercise, and thanked them for the visit. Earlier, the coordinator, Ardent Women and Youth for Good Governance support for Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Kashim Shettima, Fatima Kutai said they were at the BRTV to seek support and partnership towards actualizing their mission of ensuring victory of Tinubu, Kashim Shettima, and other APC candidates. Fatima Kutai disclosed that their findings have shown that thousands of voters are yet to collect their PVCs, hence the need for massive sensitization. Also speaking, the organizing secretary, Engineer Abdullah Ibrahim, and the Secretary General Zara Lawan Musa said they intended to launch a vigorous sensitization campaign, saying with Kashim Shettima as the running mate to the APC presidential candidate, it is incumbent upon every well-meaning Borno citizen to rise up and work for the success of the ticket. Engineer Abdullah Ibrahim also thanked the BRTV General Manager for the audience and assurance of partnership. Abdul Salam Muhammad reporting.
The Chief Imam of Borno, Imam Laisu Ibrahim Ahmed, has called on the Muslim Ummah to fear Allah and accept whatever calamity that befalls them in good faith. Imam Laisu Ibrahim Ahmed made the call today in his Jumat sermon at the Central Mosque, Maiduguri. Correspondent Abdul Salam Mohammed reports that the Borno State Governor, Babagana Umar Zulum, was among the congregation. His report.
Delivering the sermon before the 2 rakat prayer, Imam Laysu Ibrahim Ahmad noted that every human being has either positive or negative destiny. Equally, he said, whatever befalls on the people or situation they found themselves, they should accept it in good faith as an act of Allah, urging Muslims to always fear Allah in their dealings. He also called on the Muslim faithfuls to maintain fervent prayers as the only means of finding an end to the current insurgency. The Jumu'at prayer has in attendance the Borno State Governor, Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, the Sheikh of Borno, Dr. Abubakar Ibn Umar Garbe Al-Amin El-Kanemi, the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Saad Abubakar, the Taj, the APC Deputy National Chairman, Senator Abubakar Kyari, and members of the State Executive Council, among others. Abdusalam Muhammad reporting.
The chairman, Abadam Local Government, Modu Aisami Jabullam, was in Boso, Niger Republic, to condole families of the 8 persons who lost their lives at the recent insurgency attack on Malem Fatori, headquarters of the local government. Abbar Ahmad has the details.
Commiserating with the families of the deceased victims, Mother Samuel Jabalam prayed Allah to grant them eternal rest and avert future occurrence of such ugly incidents, urging the people to remain resilient and prayerful for total restoration of peace and development of the state. The chairman used the forum to appreciate the state governor, Professor Bagana Amara Zulum, for his commitment to restoration of peace and civil authorities in liberated areas, and commended security agents for sacrificing their lives to ensure safety of life and property.
The government dero buron long rot kina buron manana chai dero kwasa mane askran ta shiro fere awo da hata wazuna san masar sumo zunna da shim zunna da shin zunna da akairo zutna akairo shiro askran yana.
Mother Sami Jabalam visited deceased families in their various places and offered prayer to also grant them the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss of their loved ones. He was accompanied to the condolence visit by the advisor to the governor, Mustafa Kagulawan, Secretary of the Council, Engineer Abubakar Aji Mustafa, APC Chairman of the area, Alhaji Gambomi Abagana, among other stakeholders. During the visit to Boso in Niger Republic, the chairman has also visited the military, mobile police, and security volunteers to appreciate them for repelling the attack and urge them not to relent in that direction. Abaramat, BRTV News.
The death has been announced in Maiduguri of Babagana Zanna of Borno Radio Television in Maiduguri at the age of 36 following a protracted illness. Babagana Zanna, a presenter of various Islamic programs in Kanuri, was laid to rest in Gwenge graveyard after a funeral prayer at their family residence in Mafoni, Kalwa. Abbar Ahmad has the details.
The funeral prayer, which was led by Goimodu Kalwa, has in attendance many prominent personalities, management and staff of the BRTB led by the general manager Adamu Isa Abadam, among others. Late Babagana Zanna has been anchoring Islamic programs in radio such as Kamwa Mumina, among others. He was survived by his father, Alhaji Babagana, a retired director of marketing of the Borno Radio Television Corporation, BRTB, a wife, 3 children, brothers and sisters. That day prayer for the repose of the deceased comes up on Sunday, 27th November, at his family residence in Kalwa, Mafoni Ward, by 6:30 in the morning. Abaramat, BRTB News.
That's all we have for you on the news. Do join us tomorrow for more reports.